Across the United States, a silent crisis is unfolding, one that costs the nation more than $3.1 billion every single year. Feral hogs, once scattered in small pockets, have exploded into one of the most destructive, invasive species in American history. These animals tear through farmland, rip up irrigation systems, destroy fences, and contaminate water sources in a single night. Biologists warn that they now threaten over 250 native species, from ground-nesting birds to fragile wetland ecosystems. And unlike many invasive animals, wild hogs don't shy away from conflict. They attack humans, livestock, and even trained hunting dogs. With their population multiplying like a biological machine, the United States now faces the staggering challenge of managing more than 6 million wild hogs, spread across over 35 states. Despite farmers and hunters eliminating nearly 2 million hogs a year, the numbers continue rising. This raises the central question driving this entire battle. Can farmers and hunters truly push back against an invasion growing faster than they can contain? And if they fail, what will the future of American agriculture look like? Across the southern United States, vast stretches of farmland have turned into silent battlefields. What once were peaceful fields of corn, peanuts, and soybeans are now scarred by deep trenches left behind by feral hogs feeding at night. States like Texas, eastern New Mexico, western Louisiana, and southern Arkansas have become the heart of this growing war zone. Here, farmers wake each morning unsure of what devastation they will find: destroyed crops, broken fences, or livestock chased into chaos. Local communities describe the invasion as a war with no front line. The hogs move silently through forests, swamps, and farmland, striking unpredictably. And for the people living in these regions, this is not sport, not entertainment, and certainly not optional. It is a fight for survival, one necessary to protect their land, their income, and the delicate ecosystems that have existed for generations. As the sun rises over the south, another day of this unending struggle begins. In the southern states, hunting season is officially set from September to January. But the reality on the ground tells a very different story. For farmers and hunters, the fight against feral hogs is a four-season war, one that continues long after the official season closes. Every single month, wild hogs reproduce at a staggering pace. A single sow can produce 2 litters a year, each with 4 to 6 piglets, all capable of breeding within months. That reproductive machine fuels a population that grows faster than hunters can reduce it. Even with more than 600,000 hogs eliminated annually, experts warn that the numbers barely make a dent. If control efforts stop for even a short period, hog populations can surge back stronger than before. This relentless pressure forces communities to stay vigilant year-round, tracking movements, repairing damaged land, and preparing for the next wave. There are no breaks, no off-season, only the constant need to fight back before the land is overrun.
To aim at the target.
For many hunters, the battle begins long before the sun rises. At dawn, when the fields are still coated in morning mist, they step into the wilderness armed with years of experience and the tools needed for one of the toughest hunts in America. Their equipment ranges from high-powered rifles capable of dropping a charging boar to traditional bows, favored by hunters who rely on silence and precision. The first task is always the same: read the land. Skilled hunters study the smallest clues: hoof prints pressed into soft soil, broken stalks of corn, or patches of freshly churned mud where hogs have rolled during the night. Every sign points to a nearby herd, but catching them requires patience and discipline. When a sound rustles through the brush or a silhouette shifts in the distance, the hunter must move silently, closing the distance to within 30 to 100 meters. A single mistake, one snapped twig or misplaced step, can send the entire herd sprinting away. In these moments, the hunter's breath slows, the heartbeat steadies, and focus sharpens to a razor's edge. But the danger is real. Adult boars can weigh up to 300 pounds and sprint at 35 miles per hour, capable of turning the hunter into the hunted in a heartbeat. Every shot taken is measured, deliberate, and necessary, not for sport, but for survival. Among the most effective tools in the battle against feral hogs is a partner that doesn't carry a gun at all: the hunting dog. In the South, generations of hunters have relied on these four-legged warriors, combining human strategy with canine instincts to track and corner wild hogs, where machines and traps often fail. These dogs are trained from an early age to develop a razor-sharp sense of smell. They can detect hogs from remarkable distances, following scent trails invisible to human eyes. Once they lock onto a herd, the chase begins. Agile and relentless, the dogs dart through dense brush, swamps, and forests, pushing hogs out of hiding and into open ground. In critical moments, some dogs, known as catch dogs, close in and clamp onto a hog, holding it long enough for the hunter to move in and finish the job. It is a dangerous role, and injuries are common. Yet the results speak for themselves. Regions like the Florida Panhandle report a 28% reduction in hog numbers in just 6 months, while professional teams in South Carolina remove over 1,200 hogs each year. Despite high training costs and ongoing ethical debates, for many farmers, this method remains one of the few reliable defenses against a relentless invader. As the war against feral hogs intensifies, many farmers are turning to a newer, more controlled method, one that doesn't rely on speed, instinct, or direct confrontation. It's called the drop trap, a circular steel structure designed not as a simple cage, but as a highly engineered system capable of capturing an entire herd in a single moment. At first glance, the trap looks deceptively simple: a 7-meter wide, 1.8 meter tall ring of reinforced steel mesh suspended above the ground. But its real power lies in the technology behind it. Hunters position the trap in areas hogs frequent, then spread fermented corn, peanuts, or other high-scent baits beneath it. Mounted above is a solar-powered infrared camera, streaming real-time footage straight to the hunter's phone. For hours, or sometimes days, the trap remains suspended while hogs grow comfortable feeding beneath it. Hunters wait patiently, watching every movement through the app. And only when the entire sounder, often 20 to 40 hogs, gathers inside the ring does the hunter tap a button. In an instant, the trap drops, slamming firmly into the ground and sealing the herd inside. The effectiveness is astonishing. In Oklahoma and Missouri, each trap averages 30 to 35 hogs per drop. Some nights set new records, up to 70 hogs captured at once. In Alabama, coordinated trapping programs have reduced hog density by nearly 40% within a year. The downside is cost. Each system ranges from $5,000 to $6,500. But for farmers losing thousands of dollars in crops every month, the investment is often not just reasonable, It's essential for survival. Despite the countless methods, tools, and strategies deployed across the country, one truth remains clear. The war against feral hogs is far from over. Their intelligence, rapid reproduction, and adaptability make them one of the most resilient invasive species America has ever faced. Farmers and hunters continue fighting day after day, battling not just to protect crops, but to preserve entire ecosystems threatened by this relentless invasion. Now, the question turns to you. Which method do you believe is more effective? Traditional hunting or modern trapping systems? Each approach has its strengths, challenges, and controversies. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into America's toughest wildlife battles.